What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So here we have some very interesting news, right? We have here breaking. Rumor has it that the introduction of T2 ISO 222 will be delayed until March 2023. Several countries report status red according to our information. CBPR Plus should not be affected. Official announcement probably on Friday. So what does this mean? So actually guys, there has been an official publicized article that, which I cannot find right now, but they are likely postponing the live Swift Go on November. So there is a chance, of course, that everything will go live on March 2023. And here you can see, here is the ECB's confirmation of our information yesterday, the T2. So this is actually where the document is, which I can show you very quickly, which is very important, guys, because this was actually supposed to happen November. Now, that doesn't mean that the price of XRP will not go up in November, or that we might, because there's a lot of things going on right now. But this is one of the things that could have spiked the price massively. Launch of new real-time gross settlement system and T2 rescheduled from 21 November 2022 to 20 March. So additional 4-month period ensures greater system stability and user readiness, as well as the smooth transition to new platform. The Riddlers were kind of already saying that November is not the moon date, but there is a big but. The thing is, this has nothing to do with the price, guys. Like, this is just when they go live. This has nothing to do with the price. There is also a lot of positive news which is going to happen in 2 weeks, which is the NFTs on XRP Ledger, which is a very interesting thing as well. So don't get caught off by saying that this is not gonna spike price, because we can see a spike in price at any moment, guys. You know that this lawsuit can be settled any moment right now. Here is a big kind of rumor which begins with speculation, but everything around XRP began with speculation, guys. Remember that. Here we have Apple, Google, Microsoft, or some tech giant will buy Ripple Labs soon. You heard it here, folks. May 29, 2017. So the thing is why I think this is very unlikely to happen, and this was a while ago by Bearable Guy. I think this is very unlikely because Ripple is already a very big company. They don't really need Apple, Google, or Microsoft to buy them, or because this is not some small payment company like, for example, all the small companies that you see, right? Like I mean, the things that just get bought very quickly before they really blow up. I think Ripple is different. I think Ripple is Apple, Google, and Microsoft. It's the same thing, especially when you look at the beginning of Apple, Google, and all these things. They also had lawsuits. They also were like Tesla, for example, right? Was also sued. And look what happened to the stock prices afterwards. So remember that, and don't think that Apple, Google, Microsoft can just come and buy them, right? Here we can see a lot of people that are in London are actually showing this, guys, that Ripple, crypto means business. They're advertising everywhere. And what do we know? It all begins in London, guys. Don't forget that, which is very, very interesting. So here we have a nice kind of talk about the CBDCs. Let's take a look. Ripple XRP fam, the adoption of CBDCs could come from banks. CBDCs could fix a liquidity crisis. CBDCs are an evolution of money. The dollar could be a CBDC, we said. I think the driver of CBDCs is technology, and Ripple is doing kind of like CBDC with XRP. Let's take a look.
This adoption of CBDCs maybe will come from the institutions, because the larger financial transfers are the ones that require most. And sometimes there's a liquidity crisis or liquidity problems that could be fixed with the CBDCs. So, and we go back, if we review our own conversation, that we are talking about CBDCs as dollar, if we look as a simple way. But the thing is, like, the technology of CBDC, of stablecoins, is like a pre-CBDC, and when this central bank comes as the support to secure that will not be a liquidity crisis or will not be a dip from the price of their own currencies. It's like the natural evolution of this kind of money, at least how I see. And I think this driver of CBDCs will be this technology, and Ripple is doing something pretty interesting as kind of CBDC, but with their own tokens. Just to explain something pretty fast, they give XRPs to institutions through exchange, and if the price goes down or maybe up, they just fix this volatility and adds whatever is required. If it's required less money or more money, just they fix it, and you get whatever you send. It's like $1 million or $2 million. So they fix this liquidity because there is no CBDC at the moment. But when the CBDC comes, they will fix this, and Ripple will support this just as the infrastructure, you know. So what is coming with CBDCs is a more trust on central banks, because there is a part that is decentralized on the infrastructure, as we can say XRP Ledger, the blockchain.
Wow, very interesting, guys. So what he's actually explaining, for the people that don't understand, he's actually saying that you can just send XRP to solve the liquidity problem, right? And that is exactly what we're talking about with the XRP in escrow, which can just solve all the debt in the world, which is very interesting, right? And I think it will definitely happen. And also with the CBDCs, like Ripple actually has the technology to build all the CBDCs, as we know, of course. The Supreme Court at no point held, and this is really important, that an orange was a security. It was the package that was the security. The SEC called XRP itself a security in the Ripple case because it was a weapon to hold them back. I hope they sue the SEC for billions.
The Securities and Exchange Commission brought a case against the developer of orange groves, who wound up selling interests in the orange grove combined with a land management contract. And this is a very important distinction. What you would have is tourists come down to Florida in the 1930s and 1940s. They would stay at this fancy hotel, and right next to the hotel, there would be signs and brochures saying, you love it here in Florida in the summer, why don't you buy a piece of our orange grove here? And the important point is that what the tourists were buying wasn't the orange. It wasn't even the tree. It was the combination of the citrus, the rights to the profits of the citrus, with the management contract. It was the package that the Supreme Court decided satisfied the definition of an investment contract. And because that investment contract was not registered with the SEC, and because the sellers couldn't demonstrate that they qualified for an exemption, the Supreme Court agreed with the Securities Exchange Commission, and it said that the combination of the sale of the orange grove with the management contract was a security. The Supreme Court at no point held, and this is really important, that an orange was a security. It was the package that was the security.
I think, guys, that is like the best explanation of what is going on right now. See, he's literally talking about the whole package, like the investment contract, the profits and everything. But when you buy XRP, that's not what you're doing. You're not having an investment contract. You're not expecting profits from Ripple. There's no whole package deal. You just buy XRP, for example, or you use it as to transfer value, right, as a currency. So this is like one of the best explanations on what is a security and what isn't. Like from the beginning, if you have been following my channel, we said that the SEC had zero chance of winning this lawsuit. It was all staged to just hold them back. Facing a currency crisis, economists point reset switch to pound. Swell London occurs in London November 16, 589 days from 321 Hugo Burp tweet. Ripple part of digital pound foundation. UK banks preparing for blackouts. Everything is happening at the same time, guys. So these couple of months are going to be so interesting. This is the thing that I will close with. ASI, Worldwide Partnership Ecosystem, which Ripple is a part of, is very interesting, guys. Look at this. These are all the big companies. Everything is in here. All the big tech companies, MasterCard. Here you can see Amadeus, Outreach, eWay, Packard, Accenture, IBM, Microsoft. This is all part of the partnership ecosystem where Ripple is also a part of, which is insane. You can see, guys, Ripple is just not going anywhere, and they are just getting started, as you can see here, guys. Ripple continues European expansion, bringing the benefits of ODL to France and Sweden, right? Guys, they are just starting. This is really the beginning for Ripple. I hope you can see that. Ripple has also announced a second new ODL customer. Its first in Sweden. Swedish money transfer provider Xpot enables money movement between Sweden and Thailand. Now go and look what Ripple is all doing in Thailand, in Asia, in Europe. It's just massive, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Cheers.